Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And this might be you. This is a Prince of Cups. This is someone who's really striving to live authentically. This is someone looking for the appropriate expression of how they feel, of what they want, of what their creative, or I feel like you're an artist. And you're an artist, I think, that really creates from emotion. And you're looking to find your voice. You really want that authenticity. You want to produce something in your work that really is an expression of you. Now, maybe you don't consider yourself an artist. Maybe you're in business. Maybe, I don't know, whatever it is. There's an art to it, and you do it as an artist would, right? I hope that makes sense to you. We're going to put this card into a little bit of context. Oh, a 10 of Cups. You are getting what you want. This is the life that is fulfilled. This is you finding the perfect way to express yourself in this creative, emotional kind of way, right? 3 of Cups. You're going to be recognized for what you're doing, what you're creating. We've got the World or Universe card. Now, with the World or Universe card, I feel like this has been kind of an ongoing, almost like a lifelong thing for you, is to just figure out how to get who you are and what you feel out on canvas, right, or out in the world. The Princess of Wands, I think, is kind of representing a lot of the different things that you've tried in your life. I feel, Hierophant. There you are. This is very nice. I feel like the Hierophant is you kind of becoming a master at something, becoming an expert in some field where you are kind of teaching others, right? I don't know, maybe you are a teacher. Maybe you're teaching art, I don't know. But it's something where you are, you've reached a certain level where now other people want to learn from you, okay, in whatever field you're in. The Princess of Wands up there, I think, is talking about a lot of the different things that you've tried. There's been a lot of experimentation. So I don't think that you've just been stuck in one particular job or one particular mode, or just like that you've been sitting in front of one canvas with your paintbrush for forever, for decades. I feel like you've tried a lot of different things. Maybe you've tried music, maybe you've tried different instruments. Maybe you've tried painting. Maybe then you tried creative writing. Maybe then you tried business or sales. Maybe then you tried construction. I don't know. I feel like you've worn many different hats in your life. Yeah. Let's keep going here. 3 of Pentacles, finding what works. Finding what works and sticking with it. To me, the Hanged Man in this context kind of represents like the starving artist, right? Someone who kind of suffers for their art. Yeah. Because it's not so much about the money or the fortune or the fame for you. It's about that creative expression. And we've got Emperor energy. 2 of Swords, Emperor energy at the end. This is something where you are becoming the master. You are evolving into that kind of adept. The master, the mentor, the teacher, kind of the master of the temple here, right? The emperor, the ruler of the kingdom, the boss, yeah. And so I wonder what your chosen pathway is, right? I don't feel like you see this coming. I feel like we're still kind of here in this, well, let's look at it this way. We're here in the Prince of Cups and the Hanged Man position, where we're trying to find this expression of ourselves. We're in this kind of watery energy here. And the stuff that's going on around us, all the way that things are, it's almost like you wake up one morning and suddenly, like, you realize that you've reached these tremendous heights, you know, that you're suddenly, now you're on top of the world, and you're like, how did I get here? Because the last thing you remember is just struggling and always striving and trying to find the right way to express your essence. Yeah. So I feel like there's a big change happening in your life, where we're going from this kind of it might be like, you know, the starving student or the suffering, starving artist, to the master, to the emperor / hierophant, you know, to the one who has full knowledge of self, full mastery of your capabilities. And even if you're still going from like job to job or artistic avenue, one to the other, that doesn't matter. There's a certain mastery of things now. And maybe you're always going to have this kind of diversity or this experimentation or this curiosity or this impulsiveness maybe of the Princess of Wands. But that's okay, because that's maybe something that you're learning about yourself, is that you need that kind of diversity. You need that kind of variety. You need to have many irons in the fire, not just one. You know, maybe that's how you really find the right means of self-expression, the satisfaction that you're looking for with that 10 of Cups. Maybe is through having many different hats, right? Having many different hats. There's something with a microphone. You did something on a stage recently. I don't know if it's a microphone, but I feel like you've got to reach the people in the back. Does that make sense? Maybe it's maybe you did a play. I don't know if maybe you act or sing even, but I feel like you had to reach people kind of at the back of the theater. So you're projecting your voice, and I don't know what you're doing, but you're projecting your voice on a stage. Yeah. Let's select the mystery card. This might be a good place to do that. This is going to be one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. Now, this idea of projecting your voice is interesting, because I feel like Spirit's telling me that you didn't speak right away when you were young, right? Is that maybe you need to ask a parent or something if that's true, but I feel like your speech was a little bit delayed when you were young. And now here you are on stage kind of projecting it out for everybody to hear you, you know? So I feel that there's some synchronicity there, yeah. So one random card, Smith-Waite Tarot, we're going to set it down over here, very own Kelly Kapoor right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together, and it will give us our confirmation at the end of the reading, okay? If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Okay, we can do it together. We can make it a group exercise of intuition. So, we've got major, 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 major. And this, I think, it's been a long time coming. This has been something where we kind of feel like we've just been stuck here for quite a while. So when this level of success and mastery hits you, it's kind of going to take you off guard. Like, I feel like your life is drastically changing, and you don't really see that it's coming. It's kind of like suddenly we wake up, suddenly we realize that our hanged man we're not starving, now we're not suffering, now we're enjoying, now we are successful, now we've made that breakthrough. And it's a strange feeling, because that's not what you care about. You don't want to be internationally famous or recognized, and you don't care about that kind of success. You want the satisfaction of this 10 of Cups, the emotional, spiritual, creative fulfillment of figuring out how to get your essence out into the world, to express who you are. And I think that's what you're achieving. That's what the real success is here for you. Okay? But we've got the Three of Cups underneath everything. You're being recognized for something. You're being celebrated. It's kind of like, it's like you're an artist and you're just doing this for you. And it's just something that, it's a process for you, and it's what you have to do. And then suddenly, everybody's starting to look at it and see it and want it and buy it and pay you for it and show it off and share it with friends. And suddenly it's just kind of catching on. And I think that this is kind of overwhelming for you a little bit, but it's a pretty good problem to have, right? I think you'll adjust to it. It's, you're being appreciated. You're being seen and heard. And I think that you find that this is important to you. And not only that, but people now are looking to you for help and for answers. This doesn't have to be an artistic thing. Okay, I don't want to limit it to just the painters out there. Whatever you're doing, right? Whatever this, I feel like there's this ongoing struggle in life. To find your place, to find your expression, to find your voice, right? Maybe projecting that voice. Trying to find who you are and how you can express that into the world, whether it's through art or business or acting or whatever. I feel like it's that kind of integrity that you have. You're striving to express your authentic voice. And people notice your authenticity and they appreciate it. And they want more of it. And they want you to teach them, how do I do it? How do I find my authentic voice and project it to the back of the room? Okay. So you're being looked at as someone who has been there, and now you can help others get there too. And this, I think, is unexpected. You kind of have this humbleness about you where you don't really want to be a teacher. You don't feel like there's anything you have to really teach people. Like you're still learning too. You don't have it all figured out, but yet people need to learn from you. And this is something I think is going to take some getting used to for you. Yeah. There's a connection with horses. Spirit is showing me a lot of horses in your life or in your family, or you ride horses or raise horses or something with the horses there in your life. Yeah. These details come in, and sometimes they are just meant to be validations, confirmations of the energy. It doesn't mean that you're going to be a famous, horse rider or whatever. Maybe, though. I mean, it could be. But I think these are just details that are meant to connect with you or offer some synchronicity. If those details aren't yours, don't worry about it. Just leave them for the next person. Okay. So we've got our major arcana energy, and this is a matter of accepting your new level, right? We kind of feel we want to stay in this hanged man. It's kind of like we don't feel we deserve that recognition. These two cards are very much connected, the Three of Cups and the Hanged Man. The position of what's within you and what's going on outside of you, well, it feels that this is reversed, right? It feels like it should be this way. That outside you're being celebrated, but inside you don't feel really worthy about it. But these are switched around. And I feel like this is the face that you're putting out to the world, is this quiet, almost undeserving, kind of very humble, very no. I don't want the recognition. I don't want the credit for anything. But inside we see that Three of Cups here down underneath the surface. Within you is this celebration and this abundance. This is something that you must accept credit for, because this is your essence coming out of you. This is you in the world, right? This is your creativity. This is your love, your compassion. Or maybe you're doing something for charity. Maybe you're doing something that's meant to help people, right? Maybe, I don't know. All sorts of possibilities. But it's coming from you. And you deserve to be recognized for that and appreciated for that. Okay. And so what we want to see is this Hanged Man really turn around and now be triumphant. Now kind of celebrating yourself. It's okay to feel good about what you're doing and about what you're achieving. The Three of Pentacles here in this is the general energy. And I think that this now, you found what works. You found the right way for you to implement all of your water energy, all of your heart energy, this love, this creativity, this spirituality, this connection, whatever this is. you found a way to act it out in the real world, right? It's really manifesting your essence, right? Water to earth, manifesting that feeling. And this is now, you figured out the system. You figured out how to do it. You understand that process, you know. Spirit's showing me a lot of waterfalls in your life. I don't know, I feel like you have a lot of outdoor memories. You know, I don't know if you had land or your parents had land. There's something maybe like a farm, or it's just some acre. I don't know if it's a farm, but like acreage, right? Where maybe you've got a little waterfall, there's horses. It's just, I feel like this very natural setting for you. I don't know if that's where you live now, or if that's where you grew up, or if that's kind of an ideal thing for you, or if that is maybe an image of your kind of perfect life. But there's something about a waterfall. And Spirit's showing me that you sprained an ankle or something on some rocks, maybe walking through a creek or by the waterfall, that you slipped and it kind of hurt your ankle at one time. Maybe when you were younger, maybe as a kid, is what I'm feeling. But there's something with the ankle, yeah. Anyway, finding out what works. And speaking of the ankle, it's funny that we have the ankh there on that hanged man who is hanging by the ankh around the ankle. I don't know. It's this. It's almost like this. It's almost this intentional vulnerability. It's almost it's almost like not believing in your own strength, in a way. You know. And I wonder if you. This may sound weird. Did you pretend to be sick a lot as a kid? I feel like it was kind of that kind of energy, especially when there was something big going on at school. You had a presentation or something, and that'd be the day that you were sick. You wanted to stay home. It's not because you didn't do the work. It's because you didn't want to get up and show the work and have everybody be looking at you and cheering for you and clapping for you. It wasn't that you were worried about failures, that you were worried about success, right? And I know that sounds weird, but that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like we pretended to be sick a lot because we didn't want to go and we didn't want to be in the spotlight. We didn't want to be on stage having to project our voice, even though you have a great voice. The Two of Swords, this is in the difficult position, and I think that this is really it. This is about the communication. This is about other people seeing you. And I don't know why that seems like it's coming forth as a bit of an issue for people seeing you, people respecting you, celebrating you. They're seeing you and they like it. You know what I mean? It's not a negative energy. But it's that attention that you don't want. So we've got a Two of Swords here, and it's kind of like you know that this is kind of what you're looking for. You want this expression of yourself, but you don't want the recognition that comes from that. You know, like you want to be behind the scenes. You want to be the one that is maybe writing the sitcom, not the one on that's out in the studio acting the sitcom. You know, that's the person that gets all the attention. So there's something about that, something about the attention for you. Okay. It's hard not to get the attention when you are the Emperor and the Hierophant, though, right? So I feel like this is a drastic change in your life, and I feel like you're not really looking for, you're not ready for this. You don't see it. But this is a really big change. I think you will adapt. I want to do the language of flowers. I want to do one affirmation card here because I feel like there's a nervousness here. I feel like it's kind of like, you know it's going to be like graduation day, or you know that you're going to get some kind of award, and it's just like, oh, I'm sick that day, because it's not a bad day. But you don't want that attention, even if it's good attention, you know what I mean? Stop, slow down. The pace must abate before it's too late. Well, I think that might be part of it, right? It's this idea of slowing down because things are happening too quickly. We've got back here this universe card, and I thought that this was you kind of doing this, having this struggle for a long time, right? Trying to find where you belong, what your voice is, trying to find the way for you, where you really fit in, how you're going to express yourself and kind of create and live your life. I wonder if this is kind of self-imposed. I wonder if this is really us moving from one thing to another before we get the kind of success and recognition. It's almost like we sabotage ourselves a little bit. Yeah, that once people start noticing you, that's when you kind of duck out, you quit, and you go start somewhere else to be anonymous, and you kind of start all over again. You know, once people start recognizing you and appreciating you, and it seems like you're ready to start climbing up the ladder, maybe that's where this kind of this nervousness kind of comes in. You know, I've got kind of the clammy hands feeling. You know what I'm saying? That there's just this almost an anxiety when you start to get some attention in that way. Then it's kind of like we got to duck out and be anonymous again. But Spirit's really saying that, no, you have a lot to offer. You are a leader. You are a teacher. You have something that the rest of the world can really utilize. Your gift is extraordinary. And there's always the choice, and that's kind of the Two of Swords too. We can choose whether we want to keep this to ourselves and be anonymous and not talk to people, or if this is something that you're going to move into and, be the leader, be the teacher, and show the world what you're made of. Show the world who you are and what you've got, you know? But I don't think you're ready, or you weren't even expecting this level of success and attention, right? Where, Emperor at the end, right? Hierophant here in the future. These are two major arcana cards that you were not looking for. But here they are, and it's up to you if you're going to accept those roles or not. You know, being the one that's kind of lifted up as the shining example. Yeah. Because I feel like you like to kind of stay under the radar. You know. Let's take a look at the mystery card. Let's see what Kelly Kapoor has for us today. This might be, it might in some way resolve this for us. It might give us a clue as to what the issue really is, because I feel like you avoid those high-profile leadership kind of roles, and you stay kind of under the radar there. Let's see what we have with the mystery card. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. 5 of Cups. We're looking at something that has spilled. Right? We're looking at something that has spilled, and we're not noticing the love that's right behind us, right next to us, right over there. We're looking at what does not feel good, and that's preventing us from seeing what's over here that does feel good, that will feel good. Okay, so maybe there is something that happened somewhere along the way that is kind of stuck in your unconscious, something that was spilled. The 3 of Cups. Look at what are they looking at? 3 spilled cups, and that's the 3 of Cups here. In this one, they're full. They're overflowing. It's abundant love, appreciation, joy, celebration that spilled. And that's what is preventing you from seeing this and from taking advantage of whatever this situation is exactly. So I think somewhere along the way that happened. Those 3 cups got spilled for you. And it's still affecting you. in kind of that unconscious way. Maybe you're just like, no, it's conscious. I know what it is. But that's preventing you from seeing the love that is right here. That Two of Cups, that's right behind you in this card. Okay? Very interesting reading. We're going to do an extended. If you want to stick around, there's a link up here. There's a link down below. New readings for Gemini every Monday and Friday. But I am here every day. You can come see me again tomorrow. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. Go visit my wife's channel. She runs Ula Tea Leaf Readings. That's ULA Tea Leaf Readings. She does marvelous work over there. It would be a wonderful complement to these readings if you were to go and watch your placements over there. Okay? I want you to know, Gemini, that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.